You're watching Marsha on VeroBuzzTV.com.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Buzz TV. I'm Marsha Littlejohn, and I know everyone has heard of the ARC. And that is, I love the ARC put together now. It's two magnificent organizations. We're going to talk all about it. And of course, here to talk about it, let me welcome Lori Isaac. You are the Community Development Director with ARC. Good to see you.
Well, thank you.
She promised me, she said no, she wanted Chuck to be sitting here so that he would do all the talking. But as Development Director, that is probably one of the most important positions in any organization.
You bet.
You bet. Well, that is Chuck Bradley over here, and he, of course, is the executive officer of you are the chief cook and bottle washer and everything?
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the title.
And you've got Noreen Davis sitting over there in the peanut gallery, as we call it over there. She gets you all really up and working because the ARC is so important in our community. And I want to talk really a little bit about it because 40th anniversary. And Chuck, I'm going to pass it right down to you and really have you tell, because I always think we have new viewers, a little mission statement and the backstory of the ARC.
Okay, well, we started 40 years ago, 1975.
Wow.
And we were started by a group of concerned parents who had children with disabilities. And they woke up one morning, what are we going to do? So one of our founding mothers, Mary Ellen Replogle,
yes,
got together with other community leaders, actually Eddie Netto, who's since passed away.
Yes,
and
wow.
They started the ARC for their children. They started with one group home and a small adult day training center. And ever since then, we've been growing. Our mission is to provide supports and services to individuals and their families in the community. And it's really important because the family has to tie into this.
You bet. And I think when it really hit home was during the time, it was a couple of years ago, when I think I've discussed this every time you come on the shows, that I was speaking with a family that had a disabled adult child. Their biggest fear is, what is going to happen when we die? When we have, what is going to happen? This was many years ago when you all did not have the homes that were there and the adult homes and the various things and the availability. So there's so much that has changed over the years that are helping, but you're having something come up on Columbus Day?
Columbus Day, we are doing the Replogle Family Award. It'll be the first, and it's a celebration of our 40th anniversary. We've selected the winner, but I'm not going to announce it until that evening.
Oh, shoot.
But it is going to be a great, great evening. And by the way, if anybody's interested in attending, there are only 20 tickets left.
Oh, so it is a popular event.
It is.
I love it because I'm looking down here. Of course, it's happening on October the 12th, and it's Columbus Day, Discovering New Worlds. Because this truly is what happens. What is it? Well, we're going to take a little break in just a minute and come back. But when we come back, I do want you to talk a little bit about really kind of the profile of the individuals that are serviced by the ARC, because in the age groups, because I always say we have so many people in our community coming in and really not knowing what to do, and in many cases you hear of people moving to our community because of the services that the ARC has. So when we come back, we're going to continue our talk, and yes indeed, Lori Isaac is going to talk to us about how every single person out there can help, because it takes dollars and dimes, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does.
A lot of dollars and dimes, and we'll talk numbers as well, and if you know of someone who needs the service, you'll find out all about it when we come back. So don't go away. You're watching Buzz TV, and we are talking about the ARC.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare Supplement Team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics, across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. 60 seconds we were gone, and now we are still here with Chuck Bradley. He is the Executive Director of our ARC, and we are also here with Lori Isaac, Development Director. And I know, Chuck, you were mentioning to everyone about really the mission statement of the ARC, but we are celebrating something very important, and of course that's going to be on Columbus Day. We'll continue talking about that. But Lori, you did mention the fact it does take dollars and dimes, doesn't it, to keep an organization like this working?
It takes a lot of money, and also we get money from the state, but that just keeps getting cut back.
Yeah.
And so our need is greater than ever for donations and volunteers. We need help in a lot of areas. And
Since 2003, our reimbursement rate has been cut approximately 30%.
You're kidding.
And there's also services that have been totally eliminated. Now, the state in their great wisdom not only cut the rates, but they've increased the administrative burden. So a lot more paperwork, a lot less funding.
Yeah. Wow. It just seems we're just taking one step forward and 3 steps backward in almost every single thing. When we talk about the numbers of the individuals that are serviced by the ARC, what is that?
We serve 180 folks in Indian River County, and some of that's through our day program. We currently have 4 group homes that have 20 full-time residents. The exciting thing is we're building group home number 5 to house 6 more folks.
Fabulous.
Hopefully we'll have that thing completed in November. But I got to tell you, we're already at an interest list of 80 people.
Oh my God.
80 people. And we have a number of those that have got word out of state and are interested in that home.
Oh, wow. And coming in. Now, is there a criteria that they must be an Indian River County resident, or?
Not necessarily, but that would be the preference. The only criteria is to be 22 years of age or older.
To be in the home?
Yes.
To be in the home. But when we talk about something, because for what I've always loved is that you see so many of these individuals that are maybe at Publix, maybe they're learning the computer, you give them really a reason to get out there and almost get a job.
Yeah, and even in the workshop, we've recently started an endeavor called Oyster Mats, which...
Oh yes, oyster mats.
Which are,
yes.
It's really cool because they're used to help restore the lagoon.
Absolutely.
And
when I first saw them, I've got to tell you, I thought they were placemats. I thought it was, and I thought, let's see.
But
That's terrific.
The cool thing is, it's right up the guy's alley. It's repetitive work.
Yes, sure.
But they're getting paid $4.70 per mat. And since the beginning of May, we're at about 1,200 mats that we've produced.
Oh, that is terrific, and that is saving some of our wonderful things in the lagoon.
Yeah, and you know, people that want to support that, that's what I call a twofer. I mean, you can help save the environment, and you can employ folks with disabilities.
Absolutely.
Because the guys in our workshop, there is a 95% unemployment rate for those folks.
Oh boy, and they're so wonderful. I mean, if I'm not, and just giving them that opportunity, I think you told the story of the young man who just taught him how to work on the computer and how it just changed his life.
Opened up the entire world.
Absolutely. We're going to take another break and then come back, continuing our talk about the ARC with Chuck Bradley and Lori Isaac, telling you how you can help and support and also attend a fabulous event. So don't go away.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
And we are back, and it is the 40th anniversary of the ARC. And the ARC stands for?
Nothing. It stands for the ARC.
The ARC. But it used to, because I remember it's a combination of...
It's a weird evolution. It started out as the Association for Retarded Citizens.
Yes.
and our word is not an acceptable term.
No.
Then we became the Abilities Resource Center.
Yes.
Then we merged with SunUp and we became SunUp ARC, and now we're back to just the ARC of Indian River County.
But it is the two organizations put together, right?
Yes.
So this is what is so wonderful, because people that have come and gone and they're back here in the area and they think, oh goodness, where was SunUp? And okay, now the ARC, oh okay. And ARC is not the American Red Cross. It is the
ARC.
ARC. And you've heard Chuck, of course, talking about it and what the backstory is. But Lori, I know the importance of these events. This is where you do raise money, isn't it?
Yes, and the events are important for a lot of reasons, because we really do get to meet the people in the community and kind of get our message out. And personally, I moved here from out of town and I started working as a community development director here. I have a son with special needs, so it's a personal endeavor as well. And I'm really excited to be here and to get to work with this wonderful community, because I've heard so many great things about the donors and people that come.
And at our Columbus Day event, we have a special guest speaker.
Oh.
And that is Lori's son, Justin.
Oh,
and
how
he is such a charming young man. You will not. He's actually doing some work for me. He's doing an oyster mat YouTube, so stay tuned.
Oh, wow. Oh, an oyster mat YouTube. You mean we're going to be able to see it on YouTube?
We'll get to see how the oyster mats are made, and Justin is making a video. He's
going to show us all. Oh my golly! But more important, remember, write that check to the ARC, because it truly, all of these. You're serving how many people?
We serve 180.
180, but there are over 80 that are on the you called it something else, not the waiting list. The interest list. Yes. Because it does take so much time, and of course really putting them back into the community, and this is what is so vital. And you've seen that too in your family then. So if someone is out there, and I always say there might be somebody out there that says, I would love just to write a check. Is it close to tax day? No, but
but you still get the tax credit.
That's what I was going to say. So how would they get in touch with you to send a
call 562-6854 extension 228, or go to our website, www.arc.org.
All right. I always say just even Google the ARC. No, it's not. It's wrong. It's the wrong. What is it? ARC.
Oh, IR. Sorry.
Yes, well, you can just Google the Arc of Indian River.
Yeah, Arc of Indian River. we always have to be corrected, don't we, over there? Thank goodness Noreen comes along with you, but it is wonderful to know. And tickets are available. Simply call that 562-6854 or Google the Arc Indian River, and of course you'll find it and find out all about this. It's going to be on Discover a New World, and that is on, of course, October the 12th, Columbus Day. Going to be a fabulous event. Where's it going to be held?
The place I'm not supposed to say, Quail.
Oh, that's right. All right, it's going to be a beautiful, where they have some magnificent events. But you'll find out all about it. Thanks so very much. Chuck Bradley, the Executive Director of ARC, and of course, Lori Isaac, the Community Development Director. Thanks so very much to both of you.
Marcia.
Thank you,
And
Marcia.
thanks to all of you for watching Buzz TV.
Watch Chamber Buzz at 6 and 10 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays on VeroBuzzTV.com. See Arts in Depth with Barbara Hoffman, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Buzz TV. I'm Marcia Littlejohn, and I am here with an author of one of the most fantastic books. I haven't read the whole book yet, but I have certainly read little excerpts, and I've looked at it, and I can hardly wait. And his name happens to be Alan Wolford. Your family, you said, Alan, has been coming here for quite some time.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have become a full-time resident? Mm-hmm. How fabulous. Where'd you come from?
Well, San Francisco, New York, South Florida.
Oh, my
I lived all
goodness.
over the place, and Vero is a beautiful, wonderful place to live, and my family's been coming here for about 16 years. And so I'm a full-time local writer now in Vero Beach.
Do you know, this is so fabulous, and I think what you're going to find out, Alan, too, and you probably already know that this is what happens. You come and you visit maybe a family member, and you fall in love with it, but to be a writer is you have the cultural aspect here in Vero Beach with our cultural center, our museum, and now to have you as an author who has written, and I truly tell you, The Dealership is the name of the book. It is so exciting. Just to read the preface in the back gets me so thrilled. I'm sorry, we're going to have to go. I'm going to have to go read the book. No, it is so much fun. But what I want to do first of all, Alan, talk a little bit about you. You've traveled all over the world. But what got you excited and interested in writing?
Well, I came out of a retirement to work at a dealership, and I found myself drowning in a sea of criminal enterprises, and it was such an incredible story, such an unbelievable situation that I just had to write the story. It had to come out. So,
my mouth is. You mean this is a really...
This is a true story.
A true story.
Yes, it is.
But is it called fiction?
Well, it's under the genre of crime fiction, but it's actually a true story.
Wow. Now what is it, why is it that makes it so much different for me?
I don't know.
I mean, because it really happened.
Yes.
And I know the guy that it happened to.
Yes, you do.
And you see, this is what is so thrilling. The name of the book is The Dealership, a story of uncontrolled greed and corruption.
Right.
You were in a dealership, but it was not here in Indian River County.
No, this is a group of dealerships.
I want to say that.
Yes.
Okay.
They were stretching from Southwest Florida, North Florida, Georgia, and even some of the characters were up in New York. And there's a $100 million fraud. It takes you behind the scenes of a $100 million fraud. It takes you behind the scenes of high finance. There's a murder plot, and all through the story, one man's fight for justice.
Oh my golly! Well, now that really takes us into really the plot of the book. But I want to back up just a little tiny bit. Have you written any other books? Were you ever an author before?
Actually, this is my first book, and I'm in discussions on the book becoming a movie. And I'm running a second book now called Condo Commando, which is a very funny book.
Oh my golly. Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to come back. We have to take a 60-second break. I am so excited about this. I had no idea. Gloria Casoro of Treasure and Space Coast Radio has told me, Marcia, you must get Alan on your show and to talk about this exciting book. So everybody, we'll let you know where you can get the book as well. The name of the book is The Dealership, and as Alan, the author of this book, has just told us, it's a story of uncontrolled greed and corruption. Whoa, and I want to be very frank, this is a dealership not in Indian River County. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Well, we are back indeed with Alan Wolford, and he, of course, is the author of this absolutely fascinating book, The Dealership. But what we did on the break, Alan, we talked a little bit about your being now a new resident of Vero Beach, Indian River County, and you've been here for about 2 years. And when I told you Gloria Casoro is the one who said you must get this gentleman, she met you over, I thought she said at a flea market or something like that. But where is it? Because you said it is absolutely fantastic.
Hummuston Park. Saturday mornings they host a farmer's market, and you get all sorts of vendors and people there, and just meeting some of these people has been a real experience. You know, it's a real slice of life, and I meet some really interesting and great people at the farmer's market. And I have from about 9 till about noon Saturday mornings. I like to do book signings and meet the people. So,
do you know, I'm so glad you brought this up, because I don't think we've ever really even promoted that It's called the Farmers Market.
Right, at Humiston Park.
At Humiston Park.
Right.
It's been going on for years now, and it is the most wonderful thing. It's right out there where, of course, I live over there, so it's just marvelous to really see this fabulous group of people, and everybody, you can get fresh vegetables, you get the most exciting things. I forgot about it, and I didn't know there were authors there, and now you can go in and get the dealership.
Right, that's right.
So you've met a lot of people over there as well.
Yes, I have.
Great way to get to know our community as well, because you're right there on the ocean. Is it rain or shine?
Well, I haven't.
You haven't been there when it was raining,
Right,
Okay,
right.
because sometimes it's, but they have booths
I've
and
been there
various
when
things.
it's sprinkling.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so.
No, and it's fabulous.
Mostly, yeah.
It's absolutely, and remember, it's at Humiston Park. It's just right there on Ocean Drive, so you can't miss it. Just follow the crowd. But this is where you are almost every Saturday.
Right.
Oh boy.
Now, I have other book signings that I do around the state, and I do speaking engagements and talk shows.
Sure.
And TV interviews. I've got one lined up next month.
Okay, and I know you've been on Rhett Palmer's show several
Yes,
times. I heard all about that as well. He's a great guy. He and I used to do a show together.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is. But it is, and he loves to read. So this is what is so great about Buzz TV, because wherever you are in the world, you can watch us on the internet. And this is why wherever you are, you can always go online, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
and find out how to get your book.
Right.
Do
It's
you have
online.
do you have a website?
I'm on 6 or 7 different websites. I have my own website, which is www.thedealership.tateauthor.com.
And I say just Google your name,
Yes.
Alan Wolford, and the dealership, and you will find it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
I want to go back a little bit, though, and really talk about this book.
Okay.
And the inside of this book, because you're talking about corruption, you're talking about greed, and you've made it into a novel, but it is a true story.
Yes, it is.
So we have 1 minute left on this particular segment. Then
Okay.
we're going to drop a little bit for about 60 seconds, come back and wrap it up.
Okay.
So tell me, kind of wet my whistle, a dealership where corruption, how long did you stay with them?
Well, I was with them almost 5 years, and I was sort of trying to get them to right their ship, but after a while, it didn't happen. There was so much corruption, dishonesty, that would do anything to sell you a car.
Oh, okay.
And-
All right, hold the thought, because what I want to do is I want to come back, because you know what we have always said? I don't know what it is, but car dealers, unfortunately, and I have some very, very good friends. I have family that are car dealers.
There's some honest ones
but
out there, too.
absolutely. But we
Right.
always joked about it, because you don't want to talk to a car dealer. We'll be back in just a moment with the author of The Dealership, A Story of Uncontrolled Greed and Corruption, Alan Wolford. So don't go away.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom, where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday, for all of your furniture needs.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Oh, wow. We are back indeed with my very distinguished author and guest, Alan Wolford. And oh my golly, the book is The Dealership, talking about it. You are actually telling a true story about corruption and greed of a corporation that you worked with for 5 years, and have you gotten calls from them at all?
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
No,
I was
not
going to
yet.
say. Because it's a true story, and
Yes.
you say it's a true story.
And the reason I wrote it is it was just such an incredible experience that I did it to sort of bring a little more transparency, a little more disclosure to the car buying process.
Sure.
There are plenty of honest car dealerships out there. This book is about the other kind. And I just want to make that clear.
Absolutely,
So-
and you emphasized that with me during the break as well, because we have some tremendous car dealers and individuals here, even in our own community, but you are watching all over the world. And of course, what we have to do, and I think what you're doing is saying that car dealers, and that's just, and it's been forever, because we've had that phrase about car salesmen. You got to be careful with the car salesman.
Americans shouldn't have a fear of the car buying process. And if you go to KBB or
how can
Edmunds,
it be? I'm gonna interrupt you because we only have 3 minutes. How can they be corruption? I mean, how can there be corruption? Well, you've got an automobile, you got a price on it, and you have the opportunity to negotiate.
Right.
How can it go wrong?
Well, there's all kinds of places where it can go wrong, and in my book, I illuminate throughout the story. I pull back the curtain and reveal over 25 ways that the buyer can save money on their next car deal and avoid the traps that they actually teach their salespeople to spring on their customers, unfortunately, in a lot of cases.
Wow.
So if you do a little bit of homework and you get informed about certain things, and you go in there with a voucher, prearranged financing, so you can avoid the finance and insurance department, you will stand a much better chance of getting a better car deal.
Oh my goodness. Been there, done that. Whoa. Everybody wants this book. I mean, because you're teaching us something as well.
Yes.
But wow, what was your business before you were an author?
I spent 20 years on Wall Street, and I thought I'd seen all kinds of corruption.
And certainly greed.
Right, but I had no idea until I started working for this group of auto dealerships.
Well, do you know what you're doing then for me is letting me know, because a financial man, a man who knows numbers, can get in there and get in behind the scenes and really know what it's taking to do that, because really it can either be a wonderful experience for you or it can be a scary experience for you. But this particular book, written by my guest, who is now you live here. I mean, you are a resident here.
Yes,
you are right here in the Vero Beach area. His name is Alan Wolford. He has written The Dealership. Everybody wants to get it. Everybody wants to read it because you're going to learn from it as well. And maybe we can solve some of the corruption in our world in many corporations, not just dealerships, but in many corporations. What's your next book, very quickly?
I'm working on a book now, almost finished. It's called Condo Commando. It's a tongue-in-cheek look at some of the comedy and absurdities of condo living in Florida, and it is a very funny book. And I hope to have that published by the end of the year. And
we're going to get you back to talk about this, but this is the corporate thriller. It's based on a true story, a suspenseful, crazy, and often hilarious behind-the-scenes look at the secretive inner workings of a dishonest dealership that would do anything to sell you a car. Wow. Can't wait to go home and read it. Hope you've enjoyed this. This is Buzz TV. I'm Marsha Littlejohn.
Advertise your business on Buzz TV. Email buzztvnetwork@gmail.com or call 772-777-1382.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Watch Chamber Buzz at 6 and 10 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays on VeroBuzzTV.com.